Welcome back to Gridiron Grilling with a DIY Dad. Today we are going to make some pretzel wrapped beer brats. We're going to show you how we're going to do that. So let's get cooking. Alrighty, what we're going to do is we're going to start out and we're going to take about a half a cup of water, 2/3 a cup of beer, and I'm using Blue Moon. You use whatever you want, and about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then we're just going to stir that up a little bit and let this come up to about, I don't know, 130 degrees. And then we're just going to let it sit for a minute. Next thing we're going to do is I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour here in the mixing bowl, and we're going to add about a teaspoon of kosher salt and 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And then I'm just going to kind of stir that in a little bit. And then we're going to take our liquid ingredients here and just pour that in. I'm going to lift the mixing bowl here. And we're going to turn this on and let it go until we get a nice dough ball. Just like that. Okay, I've transferred this to a greased bowl, and I'm just going to cover it with plastic wrap here. And we're going to let that sit for about an hour or so and let that dough ball double in size. So we'll be back once we've got that step done. Alrighty, our dough ball has more than doubled in size, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn it out onto a cutting board that I've sprinkled with flour, and we're just going to roll it a couple times like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half because this will be more than what we need. So I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a minute, but I'm going to take this half and I'm going to cut it into about 6 equal pieces. Like that. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this and just I'm going to roll it like this and make a rope. A dough rope. It's about 18 inches long. And once we get that done, I'll show you what we're going to do after that. Once we have our dough ropes made, I'm going to take some Johnsonville beer brats, and we're just going to roll them just like this. Pinch them off at the end. And once we get all of them done, I'll show you what we're going to do after that. Okay, so I've got the 6 brats that I've wrapped with my dough ropes here, and I took the other half of the dough ball and I rolled it out in ropes the same way, but instead I just made pretzels out of them. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to give these a soda bath, and I'll show you how we're going to do it. Okay, to make our soda bath, I've got 6 cups of water in this pot, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of baking soda. And we're going to stir that in and let that come up to a boil. And once it gets to a boil, we're going to back it off, and I'll show you the next step. All right, now that our water has come to a boil, we're going to turn the heat down. And we're going to take our brats and put them in there 2 at a time for about a minute each. Alright, so we've given our brats and our pretzels a soda bath, and you can see I got one casualty over here that didn't come out the way it was supposed to, but I have made an egg wash with 1 beaten egg with a tablespoon of water, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush all these with that egg wash, and then I'm going to sprinkle them with some coarse sea salt, and then it'll be time to take them to the grill. Alright, I have put my pizza stone in, and we're cooking on indirect heat, about 400 degrees or so. And I'm going to put down some parchment paper, and then we're going to put our brats and our pretzels on here, and we're going to let them go, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Alright, these have been going about 18 minutes or so, and they are ready to come off the grill, so we're going to take them off, let them cool, and then we'll have a taste. Alright, let's have a taste. Of course, you can't have one of these brats without a little mustard, so give it a little dip there. That suits me just fine. Be sure to smash that like button. We'll see you next time.